Well everyone, at long last the time is here. Hello and welcome back to Paper Mario. We begin the final section of the game starting now. There are a few things that we ought to get settled before we go. I'm just going to show you guys the badges that you guys selected. They're all right here. Power Jump, Multi-Bounce, Dizzy Stomp, Mega Smash, Super Smash Charge, Mega Quake, Double Dip, Triple Dip, Quick Change, P up, D down, actually that one's supposed to be there, HP Drain, Mega Rush, Last Stand, Power Rush, Feeling Fine. And of course the badges I'm required to wear. So, that's what I'm going to be wearing for the remainder of the game. Actually I have to switch out badge at least once before the end of the game, but other than that everything should be all set. So, you've more or less seen how our setup is going to be. I just realized there's an exclamation point on that door. I wonder if that means something. Well, whatever. Anyway, to discuss one more matter, in the previous video, we talked about setting a rule. Well, I looked at your suggestions, and I have this list here. It turns out I selected multiple rules, to go under, like multiple challenges. And I will read them to you in just a moment, but first it looks like there's somewhere else we have to be. Some other things we have to set up as we begin our grand adventure. Our grand final Paper Mario adventure. Are you ready for this, Paracari? Ooh, power. Ooh, the power. What sort of power lets you, defend yourself against the granting of wishes? We'll have to find out. You don't have to tell me twice. Looks kinda neat, actually. I think I saw something in an observatory that looked just like that once. Except it was real constellations. Although I couldn't do that. Although I don't know for sure, I never actually touched it. Anyway, this is kind of trippy. Look at that ground. Is it even ground? It can't be stars. It must be something else. Strange. What do you have to say on the matter? I suppose not much. Okay, so we have a few enemies that we have to tackle on the way over. I believe these are called, embers. Ooh, and this'll help out immensely. Thank you for that. But the other thing that we have to worry about is if after they split up when they get hit. I think Mario will be able to tell us more. Uncanny, you say? Now, blue doesn't necessarily mean uncanny. Actually, I think blue fire is warmer than red fire, if you think about it. I know it's higher up on the light spectrum. Because, let's see, I know that if you go colder than red, you'd go into the infrared, right. Oh, and then if you go higher up in heat, you get ultraviolet, which means you have to go to blue if you want to go higher up in heat, and red is lower in terms of... Okay, yeah. I think that's how it is in the light spectrum. Anyway, these guys can be kind of a pain if you don't entirely know what to do. And admittedly, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. I'm just sort of winging it at this point. Luckily, the badges that you guys have given me some decent protection. That's not to say that this still won't be a challenge anyway. What to do? Well, if I hold on to the fact that one of the badges that you guys selected gives me a little bit of extra defense as I'm dying, that's turn. Yeah, because I only did 2 this time. But we're not gonna bank on that. We're gonna give ourselves a little bit higher of a boost because you never know what's gonna come up. Let's see here. Okay, Gambario, you're back on your feet. Right. Let's smash you in your place. No matter what direction in the light spectrum you are. And this is not going to cut it, so let's just end this already. Cooper, I believe you can do this for us. Right. Okay, so that's done and taken care of. They give you a decent amount of star points, so it makes sense to fight them. Okay, so let's get on to the challenge rules. There were a few rules that I accepted and a few rules that I worked with because some of them were congruent with each other, so by following one set of rules I was actually obeying another set of rules after that and so on. So there were a few rules. I didn't take everybody's challenges because then the game would be kind of impossible, but here's what the challenges are. You guys voted 4, and I accepted 4. Only use 3 partners in the final battle, and one of them has to be Perikari. I'm gonna take that challenge. Allow partner to deliver final blow in the final battle. I'm gonna take that challenge too. Tattle and fight everything on the way to the final battle. We do that too. I think the challenge that you suggested said that I have to... Ooh. Coins fell off the side. I didn't know they could do that. There's no way to save them now. Let's see. Right, so the original challenge said I have to tattle everything that exists in the world before I come up here, and I get the feeling that would be boring to watch in a video, so instead of doing that, we're just going to tattle and fight everything on the way here. Every single enemy between here and up there is what we're going to be dealing with. I like how they look like more mature twinks, or like their sprites are kind of bigger and their faces are a little bit bigger compared to them as well, so they look like more mature versions of Star Kids. Would that make them Star Men? If I touch you, will I attain invincibility? Nah, because then all of that we would have to do is have you go down to me and then become invincible and save the world that way. Like, just touch Bowser and he'd die immediately. But there are a couple more rules as well. The 2 big rules. One of them was don't use Chill Out. That's Chill Out the star power move. I'm not allowed to use that at all from here until the end of the game. So that's gone. And then the final rule is don't use attack items. So from now on, I'm not going to be attacking enemies with any attack items. Those are out the window. So just to refresh, no Chill Out, no attack items, tattle and fight everything on the way here, use 3 partners in the final battle, one of them is Perikari, and allow the a partner to deliver the final blow. So we're just going to sell that shooting star and get that out of the way. I have this idea, and you're going to see why this is going to become important later. I guess I'll take that. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to use that, but we could try doing that. Let's see. The trick here is to try to fill our pockets with this stuff until we've all run out of space. And I'm going to see if there's anything else we don't need. But everything else here looks useful, so I think we'll pass on that. The idea that I was talking about with the items I was buying a second ago actually comes to me in a moment. I think I've already said this already, but this is post-commentary. It has to be, for reasons we'll explain in a second. But right now, my plan is to check these items. These Super Shrooms and I believe it's Maple Syrup. Yes, we're going to check those in. We're going to check in as much of this stuff as we can that we think we're not going to need unless absolutely necessary. And the reason why, I suppose I can spoil this, is that there's going to be one more opportunity in the game for me to actually claim these things, and it's much closer to the final boss than this guy is. So we're going to take advantage of that, actually, and just try to buy these out, use them before we get to that next claim area, and then take those items back as we need them. I know it's spending a lot of money, but what else are we going to use it on at this point? We can't use attack items, and there's nothing else that's more powerful than these in terms of healing items. So that's that. There were a few other badges that you guys suggested. I mean, not badges, but a few other rules you guys suggested. No jumping badges. I didn't want to do that one because some people were requesting jumping badges, and I didn't want them to feel left out. Only normal shrooms and shooting stars permitted as items. I'd rather have more strategy involved with that, so that one's not going to work. No star power, I don't think I'm capable of doing. I'm not good enough for that. And no healing items in final battle. Again, same thing. Okay, so onto the subject of post-commentary. Every video that I've done for a while has been post-commentary, and let me show you why. I mean, look at this. This right here. This is as focused as I can make it, and my TV is like this. About 2 months ago, the TV stopped being normal. It went fuzzy as hell, and it turned blue, and there's a raster issue now, and my TV is dying. I can't read any of that. It's blurred beyond recognition. I can see some punctuation, and maybe I can discern a couple of words, but I can't read that. So obviously, we have to do post-commentary. The thing is, I don't have money for a new TV. I can't afford to spend money on a new TV, so I've been doing post-commentary. This is basically why this is happening. I mean, I can't. Everything else has been focusing just fine, but I can't. This is not acceptable. By the way, anyone who Let's Plays by pointing a camera at a TV, that's not really acceptable for the same reasons. Okay, anyway, back to the game. See what a difference that makes? I can actually tell what's going on, and I can talk to NPCs. And I can't do that when I'm playing it on my TV, because, again, 2 months ago something happened to it, and now it's permanently blurry no matter what I do. I'll have to see about borrowing a TV from somebody for the next time I do another console-based game. Wow. So we're finally here. I think this place is actually called the Sanctuary. But it's mine now. God, that water looks good. I really want to go swimming now. Man. I really like the level design in this game. This actually has a Kirby 64 feel to it. I don't know why, but I get that vibe all the time when I'm playing this game. Hello. Turf. Didn't expect you to say the word turf. I didn't know old men said the word turf. Huh. Ooh, that sounds powerful. Oh, is that all it does? It drains power? Oh, yes? Is it a magic cannon or something? I like where this is going. A bowl? Oh, it's a boat, okay. That thing's legendary, huh? I don't know, it looks kind of plain to me. I wouldn't necessarily call that legendary. But, I suppose I've seen worse. Huh, I just noticed something. Hold on a sec, let's look around here. If we go into our start menu, which I should do, yep, there we go. And if we look at the star spirits here, the background, right there, they're positioning in the background right there. It's all exactly where they're supposed to be in this chamber. You see that? It's the same in the menu as it is here. It's kind of a nice touch. Right, so enough screwing around. Time to go off and save the world at last. Fans of the Madness series might recognize this music. With the wishes of those hungry, hopeful, and cheerful, we race onwards, ready to defeat the final boss and save the world. Next time in Paper Mario.